Hello everyone, very good afternoon and welcome back once again to Study IQ English, and I'm your educator Praveen Mishra. Let's begin today's The Hindu analysis, date being 4th of June 2025. Okay, so the top headlines for us with regard to today's newspaper, obviously from the context of our prelims and mains and interview, that is examination perspective. Okay, remember guys, every day tons and tons of news is there. Okay, we have to refine the news which is important from the perspective of the examination and which is not, right? Okay, so as we can see, the first one, Ladakh gets new policies on quota and domicile. Okay, so what are the policy? What is the quota policy? And what is the condition of Ladakh? So when we talk about the start of the independent state in India, okay, the start of the independence of India, basically 1947. So as per the government of India, as per the Indian Independence Act, there were three options given to the princely states. Okay, join India, join Pakistan, remain independent. Many states they demanded to join Pakistan. Many they opted to join India, right? And many of them they were there who means like opted to remain independent. What they are, like Kashmir, Hyderabad, Junagadh. So Kashmir was once upon a time neither part of India nor part of Pakistan. But later Maharaja Hari Singh realized that remaining just Kashmir will be dangerous for Kashmiri people only, as Pakistan will eat them totally, right? As Pakistan attacked Kashmir in a very short span of time after independence. That was totally unethical. Who saved Pakistan? It was us, that is India. Right? So it was us, that is India, who saved Kashmir from Pakistan, right? And now here is the concern, the big concern, that after independence, Kashmir was given some special status. Obviously, we know it very well under Article 370, 370, right? But the question here is, was it really needed? Well, the answer is very much politically and very much, non-politically motivated. So let's not just discuss that one, but yes, what happened after the abrogation of Article 370? So the questions, whether it was needed, okay, second, whether it was needed to abrogate it as well. So yes, the answer to the second question, that whether it was needed to abrogate or not. So it was basically, yes, it was needed. Okay. Now, after the abrogation of Article 370, Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act happened, and then Ladakh was given the independent union territory status. Earlier, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, they were one particular state, but now Jammu and Kashmir is one union territory and Ladakh is another union territory. Remember, right? Ladakh is not a state, it is a union territory. And now there were concerns with regard to Ladakh, right? So there are concerns related to the reservation, concerns related to domicile, and all of these things, they have been now just totally, solved. So Ladakh rewrites the rule book, right? As you can see, the statement that is coming to us, Ladakh rewrites the rule book, 95% job reservation and 15 years for domicile is needed. A Himalayan shift in India's affirmative action game, basically. So what are the features we need to discuss? As we can see, first and foremost, 85% quota in government jobs for Ladakhi residents. And when we include the EWS 10% quota, so it will reach up to the mark of 95%, highest in India. Guys, remember, highest quota of reservation in India is now in the Union Territory of Ladakh, right? Where it is in the Union Territory of Ladakh, right? Now, 15 years continuous stay required for non-natives to gain domicile, exactly from 31st October, the day celebrated as the establishment of Ladakh, right? So from 31st October, okay, from 15 years, okay, 15 years from here, if you are continuously residing in Ladakh, you will be having the domicile, and from today onwards, if you are also going and start residing in the state or union territory of Ladakh, then 15 years later you will be getting the domicile. So all those people, those who were there in Ladakh on 31st of October 2019 as a official resident, okay, they will get the domicile by 2034. Okay, that is exactly 15 years, right? Now, 1/3 of the seats in hill councils, they are to be reserved for women. Remember, 1/3 of the seats in the hill councils, the district hill councils, it is to be reserved for whom? For women. And apart from that, official languages, it will be English, Hindi, Urdu. Okay, these are the languages that are officially recognized as well. And there are other languages that is known as Bhoti and Purgi. Okay, these are not officially recognized yet, but yes, they are the tribal languages. Okay, and we have to respect each and every language of our country, from Bhuti to Purgi to Kannada to Tamil to Marathi to Hindi to Assamese. Every language, remember, right? It is all my language. It is all our language, right? So English, Hindi and Urdu, 3 from the official ones, and Bhoti and Purgi from the non-official ones. So they shall be the official languages of the state of Ladakh. Then the move follows the years of protest and post Article 370 abrogation, demanding land, job and resource protection. So we know it very well. The real life Phunsukh Wangdu, right? What is name? Sonam Wangchuk has been in a very long standing protest since almost 2 years now, demanding special status for Ladakh, demanding the inclusion of Ladakh in the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution. So don't worry guys, okay, as this is a topic which needs a very detailed analysis. So what is this Hill Council first of all? Okay, and what is this 6th schedule? Okay, how do I define this term 6th schedule? So I hope you guys have subscribed to the channel and stay tuned. Today by around 5 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. you will get the update on my Telegram channel. We will be having a special session where we shall be discussing about the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution and whether it is right time to include Ladakh into the 6th schedule. Okay, what is this Hill Council thing and why the seats they have been reserved as well. Okay, so all of these things we shall be having a detailed discussion. Don't worry about that, right? Now, this is what? A classic case of asymmetric federalism. Okay, balancing the tribal rights, strategic governance and constitutional safeguards, right? So what is this basically? What we have seen, this special status to Ladakh, special status to other states as well. Like we have got special status for Maharashtra, we have got special status for Gujarat, we have got special status for Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh. So this is what basically the classic case, or this is what the classical representation of a type of a federalism. That is what we call it as the asymmetric federalism. Okay, guys, I hope you guys are able to understand everything. Okay, fine, okay. So this is what the classical case of asymmetric federalism. And now, what is this asymmetric federalism? Okay, so it refers to a federal system where different constituent units have varying degrees of autonomy and special provisions. Okay, unlike the symmetric federalism where all units have equal powers, and this allows for accommodating regional diversity, protecting minority rights and addressing specific needs within the federation. See, there are two things, right? Equality and equity, right? So if I go ahead with equality, I will distribute everything equally, but that is not justice. Okay, justice is equity, that is distributing anything, resource, source, material, power, etc. Distributing as per the needs. Okay, distributing what? As per the needs. So this is asymmetric federalism. Here powers are not distributed equally. Powers are distributed as per the needs. Right, so what we can see here, we can read it again. Asymmetric federalism refers to a federal system, okay, where different constituent units, as in different locations, okay, or organizations, okay, different locations or organizations, they have varying degree of autonomy and special provisions. Like we have given special status to Ladakh, okay, Manipur, Mizoram, Arunachal, Nagaland, Gujarat, Maharashtra. Why? Because of some special thing present there, because of some extraordinary or a unique thing, a quintessential thing present there. Okay, so this is what, just a particular reason for the presence of asymmetric or asymmetrical federalism, right? Okay, because there is a place, like, just you can understand it now, that if there is a small infant kid in your hand, okay, in your lap, so a young born kid, a very, freshly born kid, a child, 6 months old, 1 year old, 1 day old, okay, you can't treat the very same child, okay, with a 10-year-old child or a 20-year-old person, right? Right, as the same. That particular 6-day-old child or a 6 months old child, okay, will be needing some special attention, some special focus, some extra, medicines, or some extra or a different type of a food. So in that very same way, every single particular state of our country is having different geographical presence, okay, economical conditions, then this diversity conditions, that is the presence of multiple communities, like for example Assam. Okay, simply speaking, the state of Assam, it is having some political differences as well, presence of multiple tribal as well as non-tribal communities, then bordering states with, Bangladesh, very much troubled with insurgency. So Assam needs some special attention. In the very same way, Gujarat, being a bordering state, needs some special attention. Punjab needs it, Rajasthan needs it, Kashmir needs it. Okay, right? So this is where the asymmetrical federalism comes into the picture, right? Okay, so I hope this is clear. And just one example you can keep. You can't treat a 10 months old baby exactly like a 10-year-old kid, right? They both have got different needs and different attention is needed. So this is where asymmetrical federalism comes in. So the key aspects. So unequal powers. Remember guys, in the asymmetrical federalism, the powers, they are divided totally unequally. Okay, so different regions, boundaries, territories, they have varying degrees of autonomy, which can be observed in political, administrative and fiscal. Fiscal as in economic spheres, right? Then constitutional provisions, specific constitutional provisions like special status for certain states, as we right now discussed. Then horizontal and vertical asymmetry. Guys, make this thing very clear. Horizontal and vertical asymmetry. What is this? Asymmetry can exist between the central government and the regional units, that is known as the vertical distribution of powers. The central government as well as the state governments. And also among the regional units themselves, that is known as horizontal. Okay, that is maybe from one department to another department within the same state. Okay, so this is known as the horizontal and vertical distribution of powers. So in the asymmetric federalism, what we have got? We have got the horizontal distribution as well as the vertical distribution. And finally, accommodating the regional diversity. It helps to address the distinct needs and aspirations of different regions within a federation. So just the very same way, Ladakh. Guys, remember, stay tuned with the channel today by 5 or 5:30 p.m. maximum. Okay, we shall be having a detailed discussion. Why Ladakh needed this special treatment? What is the 6th schedule? What are the hill councils? And further, some more insights on the asymmetric federalism as well. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so before we move to the next topic, guys, so UPSC IS English GS Foundation, that is P2I, that is prelims to mains to interview. Okay, this batch is commencing. When? So it is the evening batch starting from 10th June 2025. Evening batch as in 6 p.m. Right? So please remember guys, what is the subscription fee we need to pay? We need to pay 30,999 rupees only in case you use the code PRV Live. So if you use this code PRV Live, okay, you will get a discounted price that is known as 30,999 rupees. That is basically 31,000 rupees. Right? Your prelims, your mains, your interview, everything will be included in this one particular P2I Pratigya batch only. So guys, quickly enroll yourself, okay, when the batch is commencing 10th of June, right? So it's just week, not even a week, 6 days more, right? So here we go. Next. Kamal Haasan actually skips apology for remark halts release of his movie that is known as Thug Life. Okay, so his movie is not going to be released in the state of Karnataka. Right. You know, it's time we understand, with all due respect to each and every personality. Okay, it's time we do understand this thing that people are politically motivated. And it's better always not to, follow the film stars and celebrities blindly. What he has done, Kamal Haasan, means like with all due respect, I will say, he was just asked and he has, denied the orders from the court. He was just asked to make a public apology. And this guy was not even ready to make an apology. Right? See. You have disturbed the sentiments of the people, and you know it very well that the people inside Karnataka right now, they are facing too much of this language related crisis. The one who are speaking, even the one who are not speaking. Right? So Kannada language row, we talk about the language of Kannada, okay. So it is one of the most precious languages of our country, first of all, running since the time period of 450 CE, right. So we have got the first, not since 450 CE, we have got the first reference of the language, right. And now when we say, that the language should be promoted, yes, why it shouldn't be promoted? Why it shouldn't be? It should be promoted. At any cost, it should be promoted. It's my cultural identity. But, as we have seen very freshly the case of Sonu Nigam, a month back only, right? We have seen the case of Sonu Nigam, right, in the month of April. That how he connected the language of Kannada with the terrorist issues, right. So though he was not having that mens rea with himself at that time, though he was trying to state something and he stated something else, okay, that's fine. But still, it created a controversy. And now there is another, this movie star, so-called, right, saying that, no, I'm not going to ask for apology. So my words were not intended, okay, only to convey that we are one and from the same family and do not diminish the importance of Kannada in any way. This is what Kamal Haasan has to state, right. So this is where we should be understanding that no, this was not right. What, Supreme Court has stated. Actor Kamal Haasan on Tuesday chose not to release his movie Thug Life in Karnataka on June 5 instead of exercising an option given by the High Court, sorry, not Supreme Court, High Court of Karnataka to tender an apology for his controversial statement that Kannada was born out of Tamil. First of all, no, Kannada is not born out of Tamil. It's a Dravidian language coming from the same Dravidian language family, that is Tamil and Kannada. Okay, they are two different. They are having same family, Dravidian language family. Okay, that is they come from the same group. But that doesn't mean Tamil originated from Kannada or Kannada originated from Tamil. They are two distinct languages, two different languages, first thing. Okay. So the court had pointed out, that the first ever Governor General of independent India. Remember, there was a position, there used to be a position that is known as the Governor General. Okay. So last Governor General of British India was so-called Lord Mountbatten. And the first and the last Governor General of independent India was C. Rajagopalachari. After that, the position of Governor Generals was totally discontinued, right? So even, what High Court has stated that once this, name C. Rajagopalachari, a very prominent name in our national struggle, freedom struggle, he also had to go ahead and ask for the public apology for the same statement he once mistakenly gave in 1950s. Okay, the court had pointed out that the then Governor General of India, Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, himself had apologized in 1950s for the statement that Kannada was evolved from Tamil, right? So when Rajagopalachari, Chakravarti Rajagopalachari can apologize, then who is Kamal Haasan not to apologize? In fact, what he opted, he will say that, okay, don't release my movie in Karnataka, I don't have any issue, but I'm not going to ask for a public apology. Well, not to say anything further, Okay, so Article 344, Commission and Committee on Official Languages. Yes, dear, Article 343 we have got 344, we have got 351, we have got 394 capital A that talks about promotion of Hindi language. You know, Article 344 talks about the promotion of Hindi language. 351 talks about. 394 capital 8 says that the official actions, acts, or all the business of the government shall be printed in English as well as Hindi. But that doesn't mean we shall be imposing Hindi to every state. Language is my personal choice. If I want to speak, I will speak. If I don't want to speak, I won't speak. That's simple. Right? And then, before quoting anything, specifically being a so-called celeb, you must be aware of the facts, and you must be aware that your statements could, create some public outrage or a backlash. And it can be some great altercations, some very violent altercations that can happen. So you must be using your acumen here once again, that please, you are the public figures, your words are taken very seriously by the masses, okay, and they induce too much of the emotional as well as some other sentiments. So please, okay, do not play with the sentiments of the people, and ultimately you were just asked for the sake of an apology. Think about this person, what was his name, Sonu Nigam. Right? Sonu Nigam was even dragged to court. But at least here Kamal Haasan has just asked for the apology, and that too from the High Court of Karnataka, and that too you are not able to do. So what is the message you are sending to the government, to the people basically, to the whole of the country? See, that stand could have been correct in case his statement was right. In case I am right, then okay, why should I ask for apology? That does makes the difference. But when I know I'm not right, and then even when the court is ordering me that please, even Chakravarti Rajagopalachari has asked for the public apology, then you can also do that. When you are wrong, you are being asked for an apology because you are wrong. In case you are right, no one is going to ask you for an apology, right? Okay, so this is what the concern is, but no one was ready to hear that, right? Okay, so no worries, no problem. Let Kamal Haasan be Kamal Haasan. He will decide. Okay, so the news in short, what we have. So Kannada was born out of Tamil. Okay, sparked some backlash. Okay, and then they demanded the apology. Karnataka Film Chamber demanded an apology. Okay, then he chose to withhold release of Thug Life. The movie's name is Thug Life in Karnataka rather than apologies, despite the High Court's suggestion. So High Court cited what? The historical precedent that C. Rajagopalachari, that is India's first Governor General, has asked for the public apology in 1950s for the very same remark that you have given in 2025. Then why is it a problem for you? Right? Okay. So what's your opinion, guys? Let me know after the session, not right now into the live chat, into the comment section after that. Okay. So why did Rajagopalachari apologize? He made the very same statement. Okay, 1950s, Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, known for his scholarship and deep ties with Tamil culture, had made a linguistic claim suggesting Kannada had roots in Tamil. Facing fierce backlash in Karnataka, he issued a formal public apology acknowledging the emotional and cultural significance of Kannada as an independent and ancient language. So this became a benchmark in India's linguistic federalism. Always keep this thing in mind. Okay, so when even the Governor General can apologize, India's first Governor General, independent Governor General can apologize, then why not you? The very same question. Okay, so remember guys, this thing, Kannada and Tamil, both they belong to what? The Dravidian language family, share common ancestor, which is why they have similarities, but they are independent languages with their own distinct evolution. They are not the same. Remember, they are literally not the same language. Okay, Kannada and Tamil might have the same ancestors, not might. They have got the same ancestors originating from the Dravidian group of languages. No doubt in that. But ultimately independent of each other. Right? Okay. Got it, guys? Fine. So we can start the next topic, right? Motion of impeachment against Justice Varma likely during this monsoon session of Parliament. So, as we have already discussed this session in a very, this topic in a special session, okay, and now we are moving forward to the very same topic now, that Justice Yashwant Varma, justice should be served, and the so-called corrupt judge should be taken out, okay, and should be even imprisoned for his acts, right? So, he has, maligned the image of judiciary basically, and that too, holding the position in Delhi High Court. You are inside not the Supreme Court but the Delhi High Court, but here's Delhi High Court is where is part of the National Capital Territory. And when you are bribed, you are corrupt, you represent that the judicial system is weak, and people should not be having the last ray of hope as well inside judiciary, because people like you are sitting there who are just, having the waves of cash at their house, at their official residence, do not even have any fear. See the guts, see the audacity that I can have the black money stashed at my official residence, and in case I'm, having the fear of getting caught, I've got some information that yes, the ID team or the police team might be raiding my residence. So what I will do, I will burn the cash simply, right? अब मेहनत करके तो कमाया नहीं है, तो जलाने में भी क्या प्रॉब्लम है? If you have earned the money with some hard work, then you will feel the value of the money. But when it is coming from all through illegal, illicit, unethical means, so obviously you are never having any kind of what we say, the hunches or anything to burn that. You will do that immediately, right? And this is what Mr. Corrupt so-called Justice Yashwant Varma did, right? But ultimately, Destiny had some other plans. Destiny itself exposed the so-called corrupt personality, Judge Yashwant Varma, right? And now the impeachment motion shall be initiated in the upcoming session of the Parliament, that is the monsoon session. And guys, remember one thing, the monsoon session shall start in the month of July, next month. One thing that is to be noted, okay, please make a box or a star point, whatever, and please note down, okay, that India does not have a fixed parliamentary calendar. Okay, conventionally, Parliament has 3 sessions annually. So, the monsoon session, the winter session, the next one, and the first one every year, that is known as the budget session. Okay, budget session is the first session, monsoon session is the second one, winter session is the third session. As per the constitution, there is no fixture, right? Okay. Right. No, not the house caught fire. It was the judge only which thought that I should burn the currency. बहुत ज़्यादा था ना, तो थोड़ा सा जला देते हैं, right? Okay, so थोड़ा सा जला दिया उसने, है ना? कोई बात नहीं. Let it be. So here we go. Monsoon, that is upcoming in July to August. The monsoon session should be there. Between November to December, we have got the winter session, and between January to April, the longest session, we have got the budget session. So, okay, January end around after 20th January to mid-April, by 20th April. Okay, the session flows. That is known as budget session. Then we have got the monsoon session between mid-July to last August, something like this. Okay, and then between mid-November to end of the December, we have got the winter session. Okay, so as of now, we have got the monsoon session upcoming. And remember, guys, as per the constitution, okay, please make it clear, as per the constitution, just maximum gap between 2 sessions shall not exceed 6 months. Okay, maximum gap, okay, between 2 sessions shall not exceed 6 months. This is what only constitution has mentioned. Okay, Constitution has not mentioned these sessions, that is winter, budget, monsoon, whatever. Constitution has just mentioned this one particular line, that is maximum gap between first session and the next session should not be more than 6 months. Okay, that's it. And as per the convention, right now we have got 3 sessions. Now coming to the point, the impeachment of the judge, so-called judge, Article 217, Clause 1, Subclause B. Okay, a High Court judge can be removed by the President only on the ground of proved misbehavior or incapacity after a motion is passed by the Parliament. Okay, guys, please remember, just go onto the page in the channel, okay, after the session. So just scroll a bit and you will find 2 videos. Okay, one is made by me, one is made by Shubham Sagar sir. Okay, we both have discussed about this one particular topic, that is Article 217 and Article 218. Okay, the impeachment of a judge, right? So the video was released just a week back, not even a week, less than a week back. So you can just go on the channel, okay, and explore the video. You can watch any video, my video or Shubham Sagar sir's video. Okay, we both have explained the very same topics. Okay, so please, after the session has ended, okay, take some time, 10-15 minutes more, okay, and watch that video where we have discussed in detail Article 217 and Article 124. So as per Article 217, Clause 1, Subclause B, a judge can be removed by the President, okay, on 2 grounds. What are the grounds? Ground 1, misbehavior. Ground 2, incapacity, okay. But judge can be removed by the President only after Parliament has passed the motion. And very same thing is mentioned under Article 124, Clause 4, that is Supreme Court judges. Okay, and Article 124, it also says that the removal motion or the removal procedure for the Supreme Court and High Court judges shall remain same. Okay, so this is what is known as mutatis mutandis. Okay, a Latin phrase once again, mutatis mutandis, that is basic meaning something same. Okay, mutatis mutandis, okay, something same or basically equal or equivalent procedure. Okay, so it's a Latin phrase used in polity, that is once again mutatis mutandis. So Article 124, Clause 4 talks about the removal procedure of the judges of Supreme Court. Article 217, Clause 1, Subclause B talks about the removal procedure of the judges of the High Court. And what is the removal procedure? Same. Word by word, same. Okay, that is mutatis mutandis. So, Article 124, Clause 4 directly correlates to Article 217, Clause 1, Subclause B. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So, let's move ahead to the next topic. How many judges they have been impeached so far? Come on guys, any idea? Many people are here in the live chat session. Okay, as I can see many names. Yeah, come on guys. Any idea how many judges would have been impeached so far? Quickly, quick and fast. How many judges they have been impeached so far? Any idea? No. So the answer is 0. Probably Justice Yashwant Varma, so-called, once again, Justice Yashwant Varma will be the first judge to be impeached, okay, but there have been many incidences, okay, where the impeachment motion started, but the removal didn't happen in actual. So, firstly, it happened in Justice P. Ramaswamy case. He was the judge of Supreme Court, but it failed in the Parliament in 1993. Okay, the charges was misuse of office and very lavish expenditure, another corruption. Then we have got Justice Soumita Sen, Calcutta High Court. She resigned even before Lok Sabha initiated the voting procedure of her removal. Okay, charges misappropriation of funds. Okay, means court ka hi paisa maar liya, le aao mera ye. Then Justice P.D. Dinakaran. He was from Sikkim High Court, earlier Madras, resigned before proceedings. Okay, land grab allegations, है ना, land grabbing, judge है कि माफिया पता ही नहीं है. Next, Justice J.B. Pardiwala, Gujarat High Court, motion dropped. Okay, nothing happened there. Then we have got Justice S.N. Shukla from Allahabad High Court again. So recommended for removal by CJI, but no motion was passed. In-house inquiry led the CJI to recommend the motion of removal, okay, as per the Justice Bhattacharjee case of 1995, but removal motion was not initiated, okay. Next and the last, the very fresh one, Justice Yashwant Varma from Allahabad High Court. Guys, remember, when the case was registered, okay, he was serving in Delhi High Court. Presently, he is in the Allahabad High Court. He got transferred from Delhi. But when the case was registered, okay, not even registered, means like when the case was highlighted, then he was serving in Delhi High Court. Okay, motion likely in monsoon session. Let's see. Let's wait for it. Okay, whether we shall be having the new history, Justice Yashwant Varma will be impeached or not. What's your opinion? Should he be impeached or not? Okay. After the class has ended, let me know into the comment section. Okay. Next, Kerala Centre agree on the Sabari rail project. So the central government as well as the Kerala government, they have agreed. Okay, they have tied the knot on the agreement related to the Sabarimala rail project. So remember, guys, this area of Sabari or the Sabarimala has been in continuous news because of the Sabarimala temple case, and apart from that, recently the Eklavya model residential schools, they are providing right now, this particular provision would be, this particular thing would be going on as well, right? That Sabarimala is having good amount of our tribal people living there as well. So to those tribal kids, okay, the Eklavya model residential schools is providing the English learning course. Okay, the curriculum would be right now going on. Okay, it's a 20 days old news, and the curriculum was about to start by 10 days before, right? So curriculum would have already been started, I'm quite sure. And around 300 tribal students from the Sabarimala region through the Eklavya model residential schools, they are given the curriculum, the extra curriculum, what you can say, or the extracurricular activity right now of learning of English language. Right, and now once again Sabari, it is in news, okay, because of the rail project. So Sabarimala, where it is located? It is located in Pathanamthitta district in the Western Ghats of Kerala. Okay, this is the information, not that relevant. Okay, how much above the sea level? You did not, keep these things in mind. But yes, exact geographical location, Western Ghats. Home to the famous Sabarimala Ayyappa temple. If you remember, we have discussed this case n number of times. The Sabarimala temple entry case of 2018, right? If you just see the features here or the importance of the Sabarimala Ayyappa temple, it attracts every year 50 million pilgrims. 50 million, 1 million, 10 lakhs. 10 million, 1 crore, right? So here we have got 50 million, 5 crore tourists every year, not tourists, sorry, pilgrims, okay, Shraddhalu, what we call them in Hindi, right? So they are visiting the Sabarimala temple every year. So you can understand how, important temple this is. And the case happened in the year 2018 regarding the entry of women inside the temple. Right? Okay, so I hope this is clear. Then we talk about the flora and fauna. So forest rich, hilly, ecologically sensitive, lies within the Periyar Tiger Reserve. Guys, remember, so Sabarimala is close to which tiger reserve? It is the Periyar Tiger Reserve and the Western Ghats ecoregion, which is also the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So simply speaking, Sabarimala temple, Sabarimala Ayyappa temple, okay, it falls into the UNESCO World Heritage Site, that is the Western Ghats, and apart from that there is a tiger reserve known as what? Periyar Tiger Reserve. Okay, the problem is the area lacks direct rail connectivity, and pilgrims, they rely heavily on road transport from regions like Kottayam and Chenganur. Right. So now when we have got the Sabari rail project, so the tourists would be having some relief that they could be having some fast medium of transportation, that is railways connecting directly to the Sabarimala temple. Okay. So this is right now, kudos to the central government as well as Kerala government. Right. So here we go to the next news, the next headline for us here. The Indian Institute of Science, okay, have developed an artificial metal-based nanozyme that can potentially be used to clamp down on blood clotting. Okay, so IISc researchers, they developed what? Artificial metal-based nanozyme that prevents excess blood clotting. Okay, so first of all, who has introduced or who has invented? So it is IISc, that is Indian Institute of Science. What they have developed? They have developed an artificial metal-based nanozyme. Simply an artificial nanozyme that is made up of the metal. And what does this artificial nanozyme made up of metal is capable of? It can prevent excess blood clotting. Right? What it can do? It can prevent excess blood clotting. Right? So here we go. What's the breakthrough once again? Let's understand it in short. IISc scientists, they have developed artificial metal-based nanozymes. Okay, these mimic natural enzymes. Okay, these natural enzymes can be mimicked through this artificial nanozymes, and they can help in abnormal blood clotting in diseases like, ये मेरे से नहीं बोला जाएगा, PTE. Okay, then we have got ischemic stroke and the finally COVID-19 induced vascular issues. तो ये कुछ तो भी है, pulmonary thromboembolism something. ठीक है, I'm not from the medical background, so unfortunately I can't pronounce it quite correct. Okay, thromboembolism something, PTE in short. हाँ, चलो इसको short रखते हैं, PTE, right? Then we have got the ischemic stroke. Okay, and then finally the COVID-19 induced any vascular issues, right? So it's a breakthrough, and yes, kudos and grand salute to the Indian Institute of Science based institution, that is institution based in Bangalore. Okay, what they have created, a metal based nanozyme that works exactly like enzyme. Now, yes, I know the question, sir, nanozyme kya hote hai? What is nanozyme? Okay, what is enzyme? So let's understand, okay, the science. So first of all, the nanozyme, the term nanozyme. Okay, what it is? Artificial molecule that works like an enzyme at nanoscale. Nanoscale as in that you cannot watch it with your naked eyes. First thing. Second, we have got a term that is known as ROS, reactive oxygen species. So they are harmful molecules that increase during oxidative stress and trigger excess clotting. So simply, if there is a blood clot, it can excess, okay, that this blood clotting can, become more aggressive with ROS, that is reactive oxygen species. And then we have got V2O5. Okay, what is that? V2O5, vanadium pentoxide. In short, V2O5, full form vanadium pentoxide, the metal compound used in the most effective nanozyme in the study. So this nanozyme is made up of a metal. And what is the name of the metal? V2O5, full form vanadium pentoxide. Okay, so this is what the metal compound used to make the nanozyme. And what is this nanozyme now? An artificial enzyme that can prevent blood clotting. Okay, so what normally happens? When a blood vessel is injured, platelets from a protective clot that is known as hemostasis, okay, they do get clots, okay, they do get, overflow. So, but in some disease, signals go haywire and excess platelet aggregation leads to thrombosis, that is dangerous clot inside the vessel. So, in order to protect this, our body has got enzymes. But these enzymes could be in deficit because of any vascular disease or stroke or any type of PTEs. Okay, and in order to mimic these enzymes, we have got now the nanozymes. So how nanozymes they do help? So nanozymes, they scavenge the ROS, okay, which triggers the clotting, and then they prevent overactivation of platelets, and they do act like antioxidant enzymes, but engineered and more stable, right? So this could be very much technical in nature. What's that? Right. So this could be more technical in nature, but this is what the most simplest of the technique we have got. So simply speaking, what are nanozymes? A type of an artificial metal-based enzymes, okay, made up of V2O5. Helps where? Helps in blood clotting. Simply, if you remember one thing, helps in prevention of blood clotting. Specifically, if you are having some disease that has that you have induced after you were infected because of the COVID-19, or you were having the PTEs or any kind of a body stroke. Right. So their blood clotting, the chances of blood clotting is very high, and in order to prevent that blood clotting, and enzymes are needed, and in case enzymes are there, okay, because of any reasons, okay, deficit, there is, enzymes are in deficit because of some reasons. So we can have what? The nanozymes made up of V2O5 that basically scavenges or reduces the ROS. Okay, that's it. So here we go to the next one. Value addition. The first synthetic enzyme was introduced in the year 1966. Okay, and they are cheaper, more stable, and tunable, okay, than the natural enzymes. Remember, guys, first time a man-made thing is more stable than any natural thing. Okay, that is known as nanozymes. So here we go to the next news. India not getting invited for G7 meeting in Canada is another diplomatic bungle. It is the statement coming from Mr. Jairam Ramesh of Congress. So, a disclaimer. I have nothing to do with BJP, with Congress, with DMK, AIDMK, TDP, Trinamool Congress, PDP, or Aam Aadmi Party, Samajwadi, Bahujan Samajwadi Party, any one of them. Okay, whole of us, we are all totally politically neutral, right? Okay, so we are not talking politically here. We are just discussing this particular news. What Mr. Jairam Ramesh has stated, it is not the concern. A statement has come, okay, from Congress, from BJP, from wherever, doesn't matter, that India is not part of the G7 summit this time. Is it a concern for us? Well, yes, it is. It's not about G7, it's about the location. It's happening in Canada. The next G7 meeting that is now scheduled in the country of Canada. And we know it very well. India-Canada relations, they have been now totally distorted. Totally, we have totally torn out the whole relations. India and Canada do not have any relations left anymore. All thanks to that particular Trudeau, so-called Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada once upon a time. Right. So because of his political ambitions, we lost a good friend in the name of Canada. Right. And now this time when the meeting is happening in Canada, so obviously Canada is not going to invite India. Canada is having grudges with India right now, as well as the grudges personally comes from the Prime Minister Modi as well. So why will Canada invite us? It won't invite us. But honestly speaking, it is not even that big concern. G7 doesn't need India. India doesn't need G7. We have got BRICS with us. We have got SAARC with us. And yes, you talk about G7. Our beloved partners are not there even there. So why should we be worrying about G7? So if you see here the members of G7, first of all, it's US. A snake you cannot rely ever. It's UK. Okay, we've got relations. France, we've got good relations. Germany, we have got good relations. Japan, it's good. Italy, to chalo, bahut logon ka ससुराल भी है. And lastly, Canada. Right. Okay. So in all of these, we have no Russia, we have no Australia, we do not have any Southeast Asian nation, we do not have any African nation, and from Europe also, if you say. So Europe is here simply represented by one, UK, France, and Germany, and Italy. So if 4 countries are just coming from Europe, then 1 is coming from Asia, okay, and then 2 coming from North America, right? So how is it a global summit? How? It's not a global summit. It's once again inter-regional summit. And you say that these are the topmost economies. So Germany, Japan, okay, we are bigger economies than these two, right? America, China, Russia, then the 4th one is India. So how even G7 too much relevant? Okay, yes, they are relevant. Let's not just talk about from one angle. They are one of the biggest economies. They are one of the biggest armies, navies, air force, that is defense. They are one of the biggest producers of this globe. They are the biggest countries with the highest advancement in the science and technology. So yes, they does matter. Right, it's not like they do not matter, but the fact is we are not the part, and if we are not invited because of this ill country right now, another failed state upcoming into the list, right? So it's a concern for the other countries, not just for us, right? It's a concern for all of the other countries, not just for us, right? So we talk about G7, founded in 1975 as G6, okay? Became G7 in 1976 when Canada joined it. Okay, became G8 in 1998 when Russia was added, and then -1 became G7 in 2014 after Russia was suspended due to the Crimean annexation. क्या उखाड़ लिया था रशिया का उस time period पे भी? What they did with Russia even when it annexed Crimea? Now they are talking about saving of Ukraine, right? Not possible. Okay. So this is where the history of G7 comes in, right? And now the current controversy we talk about. G7 is being held in Alberta, that is the city of Canada, from June 15 onwards. India is not invited this time, and invitees include Brazil, Australia, Ukraine, Mexico, and South Africa. So Congress has accused the current government of diplomatic failure. Is it the diplomatic failure? No, it's the controversy of Justin Trudeau, because of whom we lost the friend once again. So the diplomatic tensions with Canada worsened post Hardeep Singh Nijjar's killing. A designated terrorist was killed in Canada. So how are we responsible? And then Trudeau's Khalistan related allegations. So if Justin Trudeau, okay, was willing to cut India, a part of India, and even after Trudeau and Canada were willing that India will be supporting them, then how foolish, idiot, dump, whatever you can take. So, this is the clear classical example of dirty politics. One man's ambition, hostile ambitions, just for the sake of political gains, political benefits, disbanded the relationships or distorted the relationship between two good friends, right? So this is where politics stand. And here you think that politics only troubles India. No, politics trouble the geopolitics, okay, not just one country or a region. So here we go. Next news. Sulfur cleaning device in coal plants not necessary. Okay, this is what the news has come. Okay, so workers, they use heavy machinery to silt through coal at Mundra Thermal Power Station in Gujarat. This is what you can watch. Okay, so this is the news now. That sulfur cleansing device in coal plants, they are not necessary. So let's talk about the whole news and the features of the news as well. So FGDs, in short, flue gas desulfurization units, okay, that is known as FDGs. So they are basically the devices installed in coal-fired thermal power plants, that is TPPs, to remove sulfur, okay, from emissions. That is what is known as FDGs, flue gas desulfurization units. So it was mandated by Ministry of Environment to reduce air pollution and meet the NAAQS, that is National Ambient Air Quality Standards, in the year 2015, right? Which year? 2015, right? So FGDs, flue gas desulfurization units, what they were doing, they were reducing the emission of sulfur dioxide from the TPPs, that is the thermal power plants, specifically coal-fired thermal power plants. Okay, who mandated it? It was the Ministry of Environment, okay, in the year 2015 for the sake of NAAQS, that is National Ambient Air Quality Standards, okay. But right now it has been stated that it is not needed. So a panel headed by Principal Scientific Advisor Ajay Sood recommended 80% of India's 600 TPPs be exempted from installing FGDs. Guys, please make the recommendations clear. Only those within 10 kilometer of NCR or million plus cities, population of million plus cities, that is category A plants, must install them. Okay, not all of them. Okay, only those that are within 10 kilometers, okay, of NCR. NCR, that is National Capital Region, that is of Delhi. Or a particular plant which is near to a city which is having a population million plus as in 10 lakhs plus. Okay, they are considered as category A plants. They must install them. Then only 14 out of 66 category A plants have FGDs installed till now. And the reasons: low SO2 or low sulfur dioxide in Indian coal. Then SO2 levels in ambient air are below permissible limits, and retrofitting FGDs is costly, causes power tariffs to rise and disrupts the electricity as well. So there are multiple reasons of not, and multiple valid reasons, okay, of not installing the FGDs. But here what the panel by Ajay Sood sir has also stated, that it is not necessary, but yes, make it clear that if there is a plant within 10 kilometer of NCR or a particular city which is having a population of million plus, then it should be, equipped with FGDs, right? Okay guys, so remember one more, that is UPSC IS English GS Foundation P2I, that is Pratigya batch starting from 10th of June onwards. Okay, so please, evening batch it is, that shall be having the classes 6 to 9. Quickly enroll yourself. Just use the code PRV Live. In bolds and capitals, the code is PRV Live, and your subscription amount shall be reduced to rupees 30,999 only. Is it justified to take the word only? Because even 31,000 rupees is a good, it's a good handsome amount, but still I'm taking the word only. So how much is it justified? So let's understand. Your prelims, mains and interview, everything shall be inducted. Your live classes, access to recorded lectures, okay, India's best educators, and apart from that, you will be having the prelims test series, the mains test series, as well as the interview guidance programs, the class notes, and the books also shall be delivered to you at your doorstep. So guys, you know it very well that now it is very much valid to take the word only with this amount 30,999, okay, because the features that are given to you, it is costing more than, if you go ahead to any other place and search for the same things: prelims test series, mains test series, interview guidance program. Only the test series and the guidance program shall cost you nearly 60-70,000, right? Forget about the classes, forget about the notes, forget about the books, everything. Okay, just the test series for prelims, test series for mains, interview guidance program, etc. Okay, they all will cost you nearly 60 to 70k. Okay, for classes you have to pay for something 1 lakh rupees more, and for books and everything you need to pay some 20-25,000 rupees more, right? And all of these things you are getting in how much amount? 31,000 rupees only, 30,999 exactly. So what you need to have? You need to have just the promo code PRV Live. That's it, okay? And then it will be done. And guys, remember, okay, just hit the subscribe button to the StudyIQ IS English channel. Right, you know it very well, the importance of the channel, morning 9 a.m. to evening 9 p.m. providing you all the quality, quantity both required for the UPSC CSE. Okay, so please hit the subscribe button, and in case you need to connect with me, so we have got 2 platforms. On Instagram, you can search username Praveen Mishra _2107, and for all the class updates and the PDFs and notes, okay, you can connect with me on my channel, Telegram channel, that is study_with_Praveen. So guys, please remember, you have to put this underscore after study and after with. So study_with_Praveen. This is the Telegram channel, and for any further discussion, okay, you can ping me on my Instagram as well. But yes, firstly, hit the subscribe button. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. See you soon in the very next session. Bye bye. Take care. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.